APC committee suspends Akpabio. The committee is an umbrella body of President Buhari's support groups. It had a mandate to galvanize support for the President Buhari's uh, re-election in 2019. Addressing journalists after a meeting of the group's National Executive Committee in Abuja on Saturday, spokesperson Kailani Muhammad said the group decided to suspend Senator Akpabio because he abandoned the organization after his ministerial appointment. Senator Akpabio, a former Akwa Ibom state governor, is the current minister of Niger Delta. Right. Well, the actual APC Presidential Support Committee has suspended its national coordinator over what it describes as poor leadership. Honestly, let's look at the comment section first. Someone here says parrots and maggots feasting on their square meals of envy and jealousy. Akpabio is the right man capable of carrying APC to another level, but they, the APC, would not know until the opposition party take over them. What is the opposition party? PDP only? I mean, come on now. That is when they will get to their senses. But I pray that God should bless Senator Akpabio, right? Honestly, there's no difference between APC and PDP. When they get to the government, it's the same. They're the same. Again, it's all about probability. It's all about the big guys, the big funding, which is basically pretty much in APC and PDP, to be honest. That's where the money resides for, the big names that will fund and do all that. And again, it's a thing of probability and playing your chances and playing your luck. Again, even within these political parties, it's probably made up of other, tiny political parties that wanted to join the big name. The name itself is a brand in terms of the political corrupt world for them. APC and PDP is like, come on, if you're in those parties and you're in a key position there, or you know somebody there, or you have your connections in the high powers in those parties, and then I guess you're made. And that's just what it is. Again, it's all about probability. For this year, maybe APC may be the better option. The next year, PDP may be the better option. Again, for them, it's all a game. They are all there to do what? Steal the money, steal what we have worked for, steal from resources that, the indigenes themselves and the pure owners of those resources do not have pure autonomy over. So again, whose money are they really stealing? Again, at this point, it's just theft, and then they keep borrowing. Again, what can you really say? I honestly do not have enough knowledge about APC and PDP and how it works, but what we know for sure is that they are both corrupt. And to be honest, both parties, I'm just like 2023. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm of the opinion that the younger generation and the youth that are, I'm talking about people that support NSAS protests, the protest for just a better Nigeria. I know that they would definitely want to put someone capable in power, but then again, I don't know how it happened. But if Buhari can have a second term, honestly, I believe anything can happen. Again, at that point, I lost hope. I was like, oof, if Buhari can come and have a second term, as bad as he is, then honestly, anything can happen. We may not even have an election in 2023. But I think the youth are going to be ruthless. Anyone that's even connected to APC or PDP, or is even breathing the same air as an APC or PDP member, you're literally out. Listen, what your history is there. We have your records there. Again, if you try to pretend you don't know, we will bring out your file, and we'll show you how you were part of APC or PDP. Someone says, good news for animals. You guys have used him. The next thing is to dump him. That is your way. Again, that is why I'm saying there's no point analyzing how the APC or PDP works and the committee and whatever, because again, even amongst themselves, they are competing to get where they want to go, and the greed is just never ending. So again, they use each other and dump each other, like this person has said. So what is the point in analyzing a corrupt? This is literally purely, kleptocracy at its finest, as in embezzlement of funds at the expense of the greater wealth of the people. Again, we have to change it. If we're okay with it, it will continue. If we're not okay with it, it will stop. It's just a disrespect. So again, when it comes to sacking one, these things normally happen. They're very much coordinated. When it comes to elections, they start planning like 3 years ahead. Even when even when they haven't really fully, settled into their position as the current leading party. They're already thinking of the next year. So again, this is probably their tactic to make sure that they marinate the seat for whoever needs to be there, grease palms of whoever to just get to where they want to get to. And you know what? That's it. Somebody here says this body is irrelevant. However, that election has come and gone. His suspension has nothing to do with electoral value or removing him from the office as minister. Again, the reason, I mean, why it can't even be trusted, why this body cannot be trusted, is that Akpabio was sacked for what he describes as poor leadership. What is poor leadership? As if overall leadership is great in the first place, and then there's an example to replicate. There isn't. So again, what do you mean by poor leadership? Again, it's not going into a lot of detail as to why he was sacked, because again, there has to be a proper justification for sacking somebody, and this is just like a flimsy excuse, as in let's just give them something so they can go with it and then think that that is just what it is. Someone here says Akpabio is not a responsible and trustworthy man. Why do you think so? Somebody here says it is good for him. Akpabio has been used and dumped. Others who joined APC to cover up their wrongdoing should learn a big lesson from his experience. I mean, I guess that's what it is. I mean, again, Akpabio must have probably used other people in his tenure as president of Akwa Ibom State, and also other positions as well. So again, there's no point feeling bad, because again, this is what they do. It's a dirty game. You get used, you use and you get used. That's it. Someone says he coordinated the election very well. That was why Buhari was re-elected. Akpabio remains my best politician in Nigeria. You have best politicians in Nigeria? I don't want to judge, but maybe you need to go back to the drawing board and start fixing up and be like, okay, what is my life's purpose? Because if you're having best politicians in Nigeria, I hope that was sarcastic. I'm actually not even joking at this point, but do you used and dumped? That's it. That is it. This support group should be disbanded. Oh, all right. Whatever they like, they can do. It is a sign of nepotism. God's will remain God's will. No man can change. All right. Jealous of who? A man. Oh, okay. This just gets into very much cussing and irrelevant stuff. So yeah, that's it. Put what you think about it, and do not forget to like and subscribe.